I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take
Hello, beauties. How is everyone tonight? It's Saturday. Well, technically Friday, but whatever. How is everyone? I hope everyone is having an amazing day so far. It's good to see you guys here. I didn't think there'd be this many people here already. So hi. Hi, everyone. With a big smile on my face. Okay. Hey, the best mama bear. Barbara, Betty, Ginger Lee, Sparkle, Goose, how are you? Little Kim, 65. Angels Among Us, Natasha, Christy, Llama Girl, good to see you. Kyra, Shine, Felony Melanie, 420, 9 to 5, Betty, Princess Chicken, hey, sweetheart. Hey, Jaleesa. Is it Jaleesa or Jaleesa? I butcher names. I'm sorry, you guys. Brenda, Ginger Lee. Trying not to say the same person twice, but I might do that. Hey, Tisha. Hey, B Kush 79. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Emily. A spoonful of sugar. I like that. I like that a lot. Basketball mom. I feel like I just passed somebody up, but maybe I didn't. Hey, Daff84. Kathy. Anita. Always good to see you. The official Nikki. Shelly T. Georgia girl. Jamie. Fawn. How are you, sweetie? Nana a 5. Wendy. How are you guys doing? I'm so excited to see you guys here. Okay. So I am a couple things that I wanted to talk about. And one of the things I'm going to have you guys take a vote on, because obviously there is a lot of people out there that, you know, there's a lot of channels out there about Katie Joy. And not only just channels, but, you know, people who cover, you know, they're fascinated. They're intrigued by how many lawsuits she manages to get into within a, you know, year time period. So a lot of people cover her. So I don't want to give you guys the same regurgitated commentary over and over and over again. That's not my intent. However, some people like to hear my opinion on things, so it's totally up to you. I will leave that up to you guys after I say the things that I have to say, bring up the things I have to bring up, and call Katie out on her hypocrisy, contradictions, and lies, most importantly, right? So I have been getting a lot of emails, so much so. Hold on, I see a, what is that, an ant? That's an ant. Hold on, you guys. Sorry, you guys, I'm afraid of bugs. But anyway, like I have a heart attack. I get a lot of emails, and don't worry, to anyone who sends me an email, don't worry, I will get to it. It just takes time to go through all those emails, and I'm only one person, but I will be going through all of my emails. But some I'm able to check, some I check and I'm not able to respond to at that moment, but I'll always respond. And I appreciate you guys a lot. It means a lot to me that, you know, sometimes when you guys get info or you have like some kind of idea in your head, or, you know, and even your opinion, and that you email to me, either email that to me, it means a lot. So there are some things that I wanted to point out, because at this moment, I feel like Katie is trying to rewrite history. And a lot of people that are huge master manipulators, they do this. They try to rewrite history. They try to go back and act as though they never did anything. Okay. It's always this person or that person. They haven't done anything. And what I think is amazing is that I have been able to cover Katie, and I will continue to cover Katie and her problematic behavior. But I've been able to cover especially her lies and harassment when it comes to this story, with Justice for Vaughn's story. I've been able to cover her behavior from the beginning until now. And now I'm starting to notice some things. I'm starting to notice things that people are pointing out to me. And I want to bring it to you guys' attention, because it's just very, very obvious what she's doing right now. And she's trying to backtrack. She's trying to rewrite history as if I didn't do anything. I don't know why Molly's saying this. Like, what is she talking about? I have nothing to do. I never did anything. Like, like little Miss Innocent victim that hasn't done shit, when we all know this woman has done a lot. And I've been calling her out on it since the beginning. So that's what I'm happy about. I'm happy that I stayed consistent with it, with calling her out, holding her accountable to her behavior, because if anything ever happens, and other people too, other people have too, not just myself. But if anything happens, it gives people the ability to go back. And if anything is erased, if anything is, because she's trying to rewrite history and she's a dirty deleter and she tries to do all kinds of shit, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many channels that cover her behavior, including myself. But, and you show receipts. Yes, D. I saw that post last night that she hadn't done anything to Von's family. She is unreal. Absolutely. So I'm going to pull up something really quick. And whenever I pull up something, you're going to hear silence, but that's just because it's on mute. That's all. Okay. I'm going to read this first. It wasn't my intention to read this first, but I'm going to read this first before I read the other one, okay? So this is Without a Crystal Ball's Facebook page, and I thought that this was very interesting, and I want you guys to hear it as well. Some of you guys probably already read it, but I'm going to read it again, which it was 4 hours ago. It says, I have had my business. I can't talk like Katie. I could even try. I can't do it. I have had my business for over 5 years. During this time, there have been ups and downs. Lately, I've been feeling accused and attacked for doing just about everything. I usually take the comments with a grain of salt, but the last month, it's been out of control. I have become a group of YouTubers' favorite scapegoat for literally everything. I wake up and get messages accusing me of harming people I've never met, causing illnesses in people I've not spoken to in over a month, and being someone that I'm not. All the while, I rarely respond or defend myself. Why? Because none of you came here for that. You are here for my content. So please do me a favor. I don't care who says what about me. If someone is making monetized videos about me, but doesn't speak to me, I know their motives. I have no interest in the back and forth. What these creators are doing is nothing more than high school bullying. Talk about me, fine, but stop fabricating crimes, abuse, and outrage against me. Criticism is fine. Hell, I can take it. Trust me. But the outright lying is out of control. Do some reflection, all of you. Take some stock of your life. Ask yourself, why are you trying so hard to make me the bad guy? Probably because you are deflecting and trying to distract from whatever wrong you are doing. I'm an easy target. I know. I'm being sued. I know. But lawsuits get filed daily and most are settled, which obviously takes time. I'm not worried about the outcome. So for now, just take a minute to back off. Find someone new to bother because I'm not responding anymore and I don't care about the fake drama you create about me. But also, thank you for continuing to make me relevant. When you hate someone this much, you really are a fan. Real quick, this is what she wanted to announce. There are 214 likes on this post, which Katie has 80,000 people following her, 60,000 that likes. You should have more than 214 here, but just saying. Okay, so let me tell you something. Let's start off here, okay? Lord Jesus. Okay. You have had your business over 5 years. That's great. That's a wonderful accomplishment. You should be very proud of yourself, Katie, that you've had your business for 5 years and you've managed to be in 500 lawsuits throughout these 5 years, for one. For two, I don't understand why somehow or some way you always make yourself the victim. You always make yourself the victim. It doesn't matter what the situation is. When literally I have been covering your coverage of the Dre McCray case, and I've watched you for this past month bully, and this is my opinion, bully, chastise, manipulate, and most importantly, harass a family who is in a very vulnerable time right now. You did not care about the situation, about her situation. You accused her of fraud. Okay. You have accused her of being a liar. You have accused her of everything under the sun, including calling her a bio mother. Okay. You also put her life in danger by insinuating that she was carrying a weapon across state lines, even though she has a license for this weapon, but you still weaponized it against her. Something that she confided in you, you used it to hurt her. You have done everything to tear down this woman. Okay, Ms. Letitia, Ms. Juanette, her family. You have done everything to make them feel like they are less than, all because they respectfully parted ways with you. Welcome to the Glam Fam, a spoonful of sugar. I like your name. Oh, thank you, Goose. You're sweet. You're pretty. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Glam Fam. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. You have done everything to tear this family down, including bringing up their criminal records. And not only did you do everything yourself to tear this family down, I mean, you worked overtime to tear this family down. Then you had two people join you, okay? One allegedly being you and the third person, like I said. You had two people join you to help you perpetuate this narrative that Ms. Letitia is a fraud. So now you want to backtrack and rewrite history because people are starting to call you out on your bullshit. And I'm not talking about just one or two creators, okay? Bigger creators are starting to call you out on your bullshit. From what I was told, I think Molly's doing an amazing job of calling you out on your bullshit now because Molly has kept quiet. Okay, you see, you don't get to flip the shit because regardless of whether I like Molly or disliked Molly, I call shit for what I see. It doesn't matter if I like you. If you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. And it doesn't matter if I like you or dislike you. And you have literally done everything you can to tear Ms. Letitia down. But in the same sense, you don't get to backtrack because prior to Molly not ever responding to anything that you have done, when it was Molly, Marsha, you are the one who has been attacking them. You are the one who started making false allegations of fraud. So now you want to backtrack and act like you've never done anything wrong. You don't get to do that. Okay? You don't get to do that. You can't rewrite history when everything that you've done is not only on my channel, but other people's channels as well. We've all witnessed what you've done here. And that's the problem. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, you guys, here on YouTube, is people who try to rewrite history. People who try to act as though the past never happened, if that makes sense. Like, you can hold yourself accountable for your past, right? But to sit there and act like you have done absolutely nothing is ridiculous. Thank you, Shine. And that's the shit that pisses me off. Like, just own your shit. Own up to the things that you've done. Don't try to sit there and act like you've done absolutely nothing wrong. And it's poor little old me. I'm the victim. I haven't done anything wrong. But now I'm not going to respond. Well, no, because you have other people doing your dirty work for you now. Okay? And I find it very funny, and I'm going to go and read the next thing that I have to read. But I find it very funny now how now you're trying to backtrack because you know, Katie, you handled this whole situation very, very badly. And it's not looking good for you, sweetheart. That's all I can tell you. This is why you constantly end up in lawsuits. You ending up in lawsuits is your fault. Okay? You can sit there and say lawsuits happen to everyone. No, sweetheart, it doesn't. I've never seen a YouTuber here. I have never seen a creator here on YouTube have as many lawsuits as you do. Even if they don't go through, you were still in a lawsuit and you don't learn. You didn't learn from the first time, second, third, you still continuously keep doing the same thing. And creators talking about you, you can call it what you want. You could call it clout, okay? Clout chasing, whatever it is that you want to call it, because at the end of the day, you're doing the same damn thing, sweetheart. You talk about the Duggars every freaking day. How many times do I have to say this? You can call creators who hold you accountable. There may be some creators that do it for clout, but the majority do it because they think you're dangerous. And they're using their platform for the greater good, including myself. Now, is it great I've met some amazing people, and I'm so honored and blessed to have each and every one of you? Absolutely. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's still about bringing awareness. Okay. You guys are just the bonus. You know, you guys are what I wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for you. You know what I mean? So and Katie wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for her and her bullshit coverage on the Duggars and her fabrication and sensationalizing and all of that type of stuff. Like I've said, even if I didn't like Molly, I would still call you out on your bullshit. I think it's actually really sickening to me how some creators can sit there and look at without a crystal ball and be okay with what she's doing, all because of your hate for Molly. You have to be able to look outside of the box. You have to be able to look past people and see things for what they really are at the end of the day. Just because you dislike somebody doesn't mean you have to lose your integrity, your morals. What's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. And the things that you have watched continuously go on, that's not Molly doing that. No matter what it is that you say, there is no proof to show in any way, shape, or form that Ms. Letitia is a fraud. You can't go around making those kind of allegations with no proof. You just can't. You can, but there's consequences to it. Always. If you're lucky, there's not. There's something else I forgot in here. If someone is making a monetized video about me but doesn't speak to me, I know their motives. So every single time you do a video about the Duggars, Katie, do you reach out to the Duggars? Nope. You are a public figure. Get used to it. It's not about motives. It's about bringing awareness to your behavior. You continuously hurt people over and over again. And we have all sat here and watched it happen over and over and over again. At what point does it stop? No, you light the fire and you walk away and you try to hold your, all that's going to happen is the people you're going to throw under the bus is that damn nonsense channel and Unirock. That's why you brought them in, to help perpetuate your false narratives. And then when you come under fire, who's the first person you're going to throw in the fire? Not yourself, that's for sure. You are calculated and evil, and everything that you do is for a reason. Do some reflection. All of you, take some stock of your life. Ask yourself, why are you trying so hard to make me the bad guy? How about this, Katie? Do some reflection and ask yourself, why do I end up in so many lawsuits? How about that? The only person who needs to do reflection around here, Katie, is you. You are the only person. You are the only person that needs to look in the mirror and do some very, very long self-reflecting. Not anybody else, you. So ask yourself, you are the last person in the world that I would ever take advice from about self-reflection. I don't have to make you look like the bad guy. You do that all on your own. You make yourself look like the bad guy. You make everything that you do, all of the horrible things that you do to people, that's you. Okay? That's a you problem. Criticism is fine. Hey, that's what I do. It is criticism. It's the same thing. It's criticism. You can't stop that from happening. Everything that you've done thus far has just been completely pure evil. Probably because you are deflecting and trying to distract from whatever wrong you are doing. No, I think it's a deflection on you, Katie. I think it's a deflection because you just got so mad that Ms. Letitia said bye-bye, and you have literally been throwing out false narratives ever since then. Ever since then, with no proof to back it up. All the things you've done, all of the records that you've pulled up from people's past, the text messages, the admins that you threw under the bus, all of these people that you screwed over just to hurt one person. A private video that should never have been out there. That was for you and you only. It was sent to you privately. And what did you do? You put it out there to hurt them. To hurt Ms. Juanette and Marvin Sr. You are disgusting. I'm an easy target. I know. No. You would not be an easy target, Katie, if you would just stop hurting people. But you won't. You are the one who makes it so easy for people to call you out because you do such horrible things and you're so problematic. That's you. You make yourself the target. Take responsibility for your own actions. Quit blaming everybody else for the shit that you've done. I can't ever give you the benefit of the doubt. I've tried, and I've watched you do so many horrible things to this family. It's disgusting. But is this your first time? No. And I guarantee it's not going to be the last. You'll never learn. But lawsuits get filed daily and most are settled, which obviously takes time. I'm not worried about the outcome. You know what, Katie? One day you should be. You definitely should think about being worried about some of the lawsuits that you are in now and that you'll continue to be in the future, because eventually it's going to happen. Eventually you will be held accountable for the horrible things that you do. She violated HIPAA law showing it. Yeah. Did you see when she denied doing anything tonight to Letitia? Yes, I'm going to bring that up in a minute. She will always be in lawsuits. I agree. You will always be in lawsuits, Katie, because you are a very problematic person and you hurt a lot of people, and people like that will continue to be in lawsuits. And the things that I've watched you do with this family, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say anything. Sorry, you guys. I got to wipe this off. There we go. I won't say anything because we don't want, no. I'll just leave that there. Okay, so I'm going to bring up something else really quickly. No soul, right, Trisha? Hi, Shelly. Don't worry, I'm going to get to all of your comments. Yes, Phoenix. All right, let me take this off. Okay. All right. Someday it won't be in a court. The person she meets, she has upset. Right. She is her own worst enemy. Didn't she say that being in a lawsuit was a badge of honor? I never knew she said that. In my opinion, she's trash. I'll say it for you. What I'm saying is that if I personally was, sorry guys, if I personally went through the things that Miss Letitia went through, I'm not going to lie and say that I wouldn't do something about it. You can't accuse people of fraud and all those types of things without no consequences at all. You just can't. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. She said that. Oh my God. How could you say being sued is a badge of honor? What? Okay. Okay. So this was, I think, yesterday. And it says, full stop, whatever. I want to clear up a horrible rumor started yesterday by Molly Golightly about me. She claims that I did something so horrible to Letitia, Vaughn McCrae's biological mom. I have not spoken to Letitia since July 21st. I have not contacted her, her kids, or anyone that knows her since then. Molly believes wrongly that I am nonsense on the web. I am not this account. I have no other YouTube channels other than Katie Joy Live channel with no content on it. Nonsense claims that she spoke to Letitia a few days ago. I haven't had any contact with any of Vaughn's biological family in over a month. That's all for now. Okay. So, oops. Hold on, let me take this off real quick. Okay, so here's the thing. It's like, here's the thing, always comes out of my mouth when I'm talking about her. You have done a lot of things to Ms. Letitia, Katie. You have tortured this woman. And if you don't believe me, or if you're new here, you come across this live and you don't know the things that Katie's done, take it all the way back. Okay. Take it probably like 2 weeks back on my channel, and you'll see a whole week's worth of content, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of Katie attacking this family. Okay. I don't have to be like a broken record and repeat myself, but I'll repeat myself if I have to because I feel it's necessary. Okay. When you attack a woman when you attack a woman simply just because she respectfully parted ways with you, she no longer wants to be bothered with you, and you start attacking that woman 5 minutes, okay, 5 minutes after she chooses to leave you alone, that's a problem. Okay. You've done some very horrible things. You have doxed this woman. You have broken down her character, who she is as a person. You have posted her car. You have made allegations of her being a fraud. You led so many people, because once you publicly said you asked for your money back, your followers, okay, Katie, your followers followed suit and they started asking for refunds. You didn't have to publicly say that you had asked for a refund. You shouldn't have asked for a refund at all. That shows your character, Katie, not Ms. Letitia's. But then once people started asking for refunds, then you turned it into she's a fraud. You started posting all kinds of public information. You started talking about this woman's past, Ms. Letitia. You put her criminal records up. You started talking about, used every text message that she sent you against her publicly with your 250,000 subscribers. You've done a lot, okay? And we've all watched you do it. Even if you did think that Ms. Letitia was a fraud, it doesn't mean you had to handle it the way that you did. It doesn't mean that you had to take it publicly the way that you did. But you did that because you wanted to incite hate and chaos, in my opinion. You have literally, in my opinion, done a lot of damage to this woman, and I am so happy that this woman, Ms. Letitia, is a woman of God, because I know that God has guided her through this. She has maintained her class and integrity, and all she's ever asked is to just be left alone. Okay. But she's not being left alone even still. But it's not you though, Katie, right? You didn't send all the information to Unirock so he can continue talking about this case, or talking about, not even a case, talking about Ms. Letitia being a fraud and Molly being a fraud. You can't make those type of allegations with no proof. You have done a lot. And now you figure it out from there. You don't get to play innocent victim now. Now, the Nonsense 2.0 channel. You keep saying that you're not the Nonsense 2.0 channel, but please make me understand, help me understand how it is that you were logged into their Facebook account. I'm going to have to show this again, which I'm sure that you guys have seen this a million times over. But hold on, I gotta find it. Once again, please explain to me how this is your page, but you are speaking as CMC Protest Truth Nonsense on the web, Holler 2.0. If this is not you, then why were you logged into their account? Deflection at its finest. It's funny how you can ignore this, right? You can ignore that it's very, very clear right here that you were logged into another channel. So please explain to me how it is that you are not that channel or somehow affiliated with that channel if you are speaking under that channel. You logged into the wrong account. So how is that if this is not you? But you guys are conveniently leaving that out. Conveniently not talking about this, right? You're not that channel. You're not affiliated with that channel. But yet here you are right here as this channel. In a few of your posts, you posted paperwork with names and addresses before you redacted it. So you can't say anything about that. It took a while for you to take them down also. I'm not agreeing with anyone putting that info out there, but you done it too. So don't act like you didn't. That's all I'm saying. This is Without a Crystal Ball's channel or Facebook page. Did you even read what I wrote? Are you effing serious? Coming to me, calling me out for thinking before I posted, yet you are obviously missed reading the entire post. So please tell me how you are not this channel if you are logged in as this channel. Let's show something else real quick. Let me share my screen here. And when you go back, why is this whole post deleted? CMC Protest Truth Nonsense in the Holler 2.0. I was posting this towards KJ, not you. Wait, whose page is this? Seems you forgot which page you were logged into. Are you lost? Are you also Without a Crystal Ball? Because this lady was obviously commenting to Without a Crystal Ball, not you, since this is Without a Crystal Ball's page and post. So please explain to me. You're saying that you're not that channel. So how is it that you were logged in as that channel? But yet you guys are going to ignore this, right? You're going to pretend like this didn't happen, and that's okay. You don't have to pay attention to it. But the truth is the truth. And there's proof right there in front of your face. And I can assure you, these screenshots are not altered in any way. They are 100% legit. I completely trust the person who sent it to me. And she wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction. Oh, yes, Phoenix, you said you had to ask me a question. Where's that at? Sorry if I missed it. You'll have to post it again or comment it again. Okay, I'm going to bring up one more thing here. Hold on, I got to look it up on my iPad first. Yes, just ask me it again, sweetie. Holy crap. Okay, I got a lot of emails to check here, I see. Okay, so somebody pointed out something to me that I just checked the email not too long prior to starting this live. And thank you for sending this to me. I appreciate you. I adore you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to show you something really quick on my email. If I can find it, because I have like 5,000 messages that I have to delete. Okay. So I want to read this to you. It says, according to these screenshots, Molly's live streams were very profitable for Letitia. On one night, she made hold on, I got to bring that up closer. On one night, she made $1,650. A few days later, she made $1,900. These are from early to mid-July, and the fundraising went into August with no court filings ever made and only one trip to Arizona made. Okay. When was this? What's the date for this? I need to find out the date for this. Send me the date for this. I'm not going to say your name because I'm sure I would prefer anybody who sends me messages are anonymous. But I cannot remember the date to this, and I don't think that it's on here, but obviously it was not too long ago. But damn it, I don't know. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, she posted the nonsense on the web. And it says, first 3 messages are from the admin group with Miss Letitia, second set. So these are all like screenshots and things. This is technically the nonsense Facebook page. However, I think we all know who that is, right? So you guys notice something here? I'm sure that you guys probably don't, but I'm going to tell you. If you take it back to Katie and the stuff that she's doing, and thank you for pointing this out to me, to the person who sent me this email, I appreciate it. But if you take it back, Katie has always technically been speaking for herself. But if you pay attention to the way that she has been speaking the past, I would say couple weeks, every time she posts something, now when it comes to Molly, Justice for All, Miss Letitia, Miss Juanette, anytime she posts something, it's always sharing from this nonsense channel. Okay? She's always sharing from this specific channel. She is never posting things on her own. She's only posting things, sharing things on her Facebook from the nonsense channel. So why do you think she's doing that? She never did it before, but this past like week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, it seems as though everything she posts, whenever she wants to give information on her Facebook, it's not her talking and sharing things for herself now. It is her sharing things from the nonsense channel. So why do you think she's doing that? Okay. She's doing that because it takes the responsibility off of her. She's doing that because she knows she has been harassing Ms. Letitia and her family, in my opinion. She has been doing very malicious things towards this family. So now she's posting information, sharing information to her Facebook, but she's not doing it herself. She's doing it on behalf of the Nonsense Channel. So now it's her sharing everything that the Nonsense Channel puts out there. But she won't put it out herself. She won't say, I found these, I brought out these, like she did before. Now it's, look at what the Nonsense Channel posted, or I was thinking the same thing. It's her sharing the Nonsense Channel constantly. I think that says a lot about Katie and her trying to back off and take the heat off of herself and bring it to this Nonsense Channel. If for any, I'm just going to put it like this. If there is even a slight chance that this Nonsense Channel is not her, okay, I would say to the Nonsense Channel, you better watch your ass, okay? And that's not a threat. It means Katie only looks out for herself. And if something happens as far as Katie being held responsible for the horrible things that she has done legally, guess who she's going to throw under the bus first? Think about it. It is very, very easy to see if you're looking at it from Katie's perspective directly, okay? When you make a conscious decision, okay, to come here, have a YouTube, you have a responsibility. And Katie is very irresponsible with her platform. You cannot incite for people to do horrible things. You cannot be a dog whistle and basically tell people, go ask for a refund. You said everything but that. Everything but that. And all I'm saying is nobody's stupid here. Okay? All you have to do is read in between the lines. You're not posting the Nonsense Channel, or you're posting the Nonsense Channel. You're not posting for yourself anymore. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. I'd be interested in seeing a timeline of Nonsense Channel creation, shares by KJ, and talks of being sued by Letitia, Molly, and Justin. Right. That's definitely something that I'll consider doing for sure. Hold on one second. I had it brought up and now I lost it. Damn, I feel like I missed so many emails. Don't worry. I will get back to everyone that emailed me. Okay. So I want to read you guys something here. Hold on. I don't know why my internet's running slow today. It's so weird. My internet never really, it's not this slow. Like, hold on. Damn it, I lost the email. Hold on, you guys. This is There's some kind of recording, you're saying? Okay, I see that email. Hold on, I will play that. Okay, so I want to read something to you guys. Okay. I have to start off by saying I'm new to all this YouTube stuff. Basically the Dre and Vaughn stuff. You, Molly, and Justin, I watch religiously. Thank you so much for that. I like to believe that I'm pretty sharp thinking. You are. And I'm following the truth and common sense over lies. Your channel is the first channel I have seen with integrity, kindness, and overall the truth. Thank you, anonymous person. That means so much to me. I appreciate you, and I'm very appreciative towards you. Thank you so much. Those compliments mean a lot to me, so thank you. What people don't seem to realize is the truth can change from time to time, depending on what the facts are put out there. I absolutely love Molly and Justin also. They are unapologetically them. I agree. If they mess up, they fix it. I actually am a member of your channel. Thank you. I'm one that had, never mind, I'm not going to read that part. There's a reason for this email. So I saw KJ on Facebook. She posted an SS of Justice for Vaughn, the Facebook chat, talking about Letitia's GoFundMe Cash App and Molly's lives. Molly. I had to add that in there. And I had a complete aha moment. Have you noticed ever since Molly has started hinting that all this stuff with Vaughn's family, especially Letitia, is KJ's fault? It is. That is when she stopped directly putting out the post and SS herself. They sorry guys, they have all came from the nonsense. I think she joined with the nonsense, or it is them. But I think she is releasing everything from the nonsense page to limit her liability of starting these rumors. So when they decide if they do want to do something about that, I'm not going to read the whole detail on that, she can claim she's not the one who started all these rumors. I think nonsense is a huge cover-up and damage control. I'm sure I'm not the first to come up with this idea. It may have been tossed around already. I'm new to YouTube and just getting used to how all that works. But this is my nonsense theory. Keep doing you. I love your channel. I love you. Thank you so much for sending this to me. So, yes, that is definitely something that I have thought about. But when you sent me this SS, it definitely confirmed it for me. So thank you again for sending this to me. I really appreciate you. I do think that that's what this channel is for. And I also think that Unirock is used for that too. I think he's being used so Katie can get the information out there without having to be liable for it. And that's what she's doing now. At first, if you pay attention, it was KJ putting all this stuff out there. And then once Molly started saying, you know, this is something that was caused by you, all of this hate, all of this chaos, this was caused by you. Then all of a sudden, if you notice, she changed her tune and she started just putting out information from the nonsense channel. Okay. So whether it's her or whether it's not her, I just wanted to point that out to you guys because that just shows you how calculated Katie is. She's very calculated. She always knows her next move. Unfortunately for her, that's not a good thing because everybody knows her moves and the way that she moves, right? And another thing about this as well, there's another lie in this Facebook post that you did. You're saying, see, and here's the thing. It's funny to me how you are counting money on someone else's channel, but you're telling people to leave you alone, Katie. But yet here you are announcing how much money people made on their channel. For one, and for two, Ms. Letitia has been to see Vaughn 3 times. It's either 2 or 3. You said 1. You're wrong about that. So there's another lie. There's another speculation. Whatever it is that you do, what you do all the time, you're wrong. She went up there 1 time. She was turned away. Then she went up there The second time. So it was 2 times. Yes, twice. She went up there twice. Where do you get 1 from? That just shows you right there. She wasn't able to see him the first time. That's what I thought. For some reason, I was thinking it was 3, but it was twice. So there you are. You're wrong about that. She went up there twice. That's what I'm saying. Before you put out all of this bullshit, Katie, you need to fact check because you're totally clueless and you're a liar. Point blank, period. Okay. So let me see something real quick. So there is a recording, and I have gotten this from multiple people. Hold on 1 second. I need to listen to it. So I'm going to put this on mute for 1 second. Okay, so this one of these that are being sent to me, I'm not sure of the context behind this, but somebody sent me something else. Hold on. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, you guys. So I think I found it. Okay, so this nonsense channel, I'm going to play this on my iPad. There is someone who kind of modified the nonsense channel, okay? And this is the nonsense channel yelling at Molly. It's on Reddit, and they modified it and kind of basically probably made it a regular voice. And I guess you guys can be the judge if you feel like this sounds like Katie, this is the nonsense channel. So I'm going to play this. Let me turn up my computer real quick. If I have to, I'll play it on my Gmail, but It says a second person or altering the voice twice to make it harder to get back to the original sound. It says, I have altered the voice of nonsense many times. I can always make it sound like KJ, at least from her videos 3 weeks ago. Recently, she has been changing it up and using either a second person, or altering the voice twice to make it harder to get back to the original sound. I posted a few videos on Reddit. Feel free to watch and use them if you would like. This is the nonsense channel yelling at Molly with my voice modifications. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you guys, okay? This is all alleged. These are people who are trying to figure out who this channel is, okay? And in my opinion, I think it's Katie. But, you know. Okay. It's still speculation.
That gets a reaction from people. Yet now you're saying that other people that are speaking out, demanding answers like you're so proudly always doing, right? You demand answers and get a response, right? But now that people are doing it and your feet are being held to the fire, this is what you do. You could have helped Letitia solve this problem before it even got started. Even open it. You just said you can't go on YouTube and call people liars, frauds, and whatever else the hell you spewed out of your mouth. You've been doing that daily for 4 years. Aren't you the one that boasts about being proud of being a thorn in people's side and is proud of having such a loud mouth that gets a reaction from people? Yet now you're saying that other people that are speaking out, demanding answers like you're so proudly always doing, right? You demand answers and get a
Okay. I'm going to play another one. Thank you for sending that to me, by the way. I'm going to play one more. This is on Reddit. I will put it in the description below so you guys can listen for yourself. It'll be in the description. Everything will be. So hold on one second. I'm going to pull this one up. Did you guys hear the first one okay? Hopefully you did. If not, I will play it on my computer.
Donating and or communicating and trying to control the creators that are telling this story. You can see the differences yourself. These are her posts from her personal page on Facebook, verified to be her own posts from her account. And again, these are just small details to pay attention to. Half of Letitia, to followers, people donating and or communicating and trying to control the creators that are telling this story. You can see the differences yourself. These are her posts from her personal page on Facebook, verified to be her own posts from her account. And again, these are just small details to pay attention to.
Okay. So what do you guys think? Listen, if this is not KJ, then why is the voice altered in the first place? Why? Why would it be altered? Why would you care to alter your voice? What is it that you have to hide? Okay, it's funny how you can try to hold other people accountable to this nonsense channel. It's funny how you can try to hold other people accountable. Okay, it's easy to do that behind a fake voice, an altered voice. It's easy to do that when you have anonymity, right? You can do those types of things when you're anonymous. So nobody can hold you accountable because nobody really knows who you are. But you can walk around holding other people accountable, right? It's easy to do that behind a freaking avatar. in an altered voice. It doesn't make any sense. If you have nothing to hide and you are not KJ, why not have your real voice? Why be that anonymous? Why not just show your face and be behind an avatar? Why is it that you have to alter your voice? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so how many of you guys seen or heard the motion to dismiss was denied for KJ? I know that there's a lot of people who have, read it, not Reddit, but not the app Reddit, but I know a lot of people have caught up with that. I know that there's a lot of channels that have been talking about it. It's up to you guys if you would like me to read some of it for you guys, and then I'll show you some of the comments that probably are deleted already by KJ regarding that, but it's totally up to you if you want me to. Yeah, a lot of people have heard it, but it's up to you if you want me to read some of it or not, because I don't want you guys have to go through the same thing over and over again. But it's up to you guys. Okay. Let me see here. Somebody send it. Somebody, I think a couple people sent it to me.
One number off.
I love seeing my fellow felons. I just like filter changes. Just like filters change your voice, that's what I'm imagining her with a filter or something. Some accent, and says right after she finishes. Did you listen to the clip I sent where the filter fails? No, hold on. I'll pull that up. Mr. Symone scared me. He scared me too. He's like a ninja. Okay. Every time he just comes out of nowhere because he plays the lottery. So he was just telling me the numbers and how close he's been lately. I can't deal with it. Not me. That's why I don't play the lottery, because if numbers close, I'm going to go crazy. Okay, let me see. Okay, I see it.
Why on earth did you let her disrespect Queen Tulsa the entire time and you not stick up for her? That instantly stood out to me and is odd.
Queen Tulsa starts out respectful, but Molly interrupts her with Letitia's message.
Does anybody else? Why on earth did you let her disrespect Queen Tulsa the entire time and you not stick up for her? That instantly stood out to me and is odd.
Queen Tulsa starts out respectful, but Molly interrupts her with Letitia's message.
Does anybody else? Why on earth did you let her disrespect Queen Tulsa the entire time and you not stick up for her? That instantly stood out to me and is odd.
Queen Tulsa starts out respectful, but Molly interrupts her with Letitia's message.
Does anybody else? Why on earth did you let her disrespect?
The only thing that I would pay attention to and notice is there's a pause in there. That definitely sounds like KJ, yes. But from the robot-y voice, then there's a pause, then it definitely goes to the KJ voice for sure. Like, that definitely sounds like KJ. Definitely KJ, yeah. Yeah, it sounds like her, but then it doesn't. It's very weird. It's like it's altered and then it pauses and it goes to something else. it goes back to the robot-y voice. So in a way, people can say that was altered. You know what I mean? Because there's a pause in there. I don't know who that person is. The words that they use sound like her. I noticed that they say y'all as well. Somebody was saying that she doesn't say y'all, but I think she does, doesn't she? I've heard her say y'all a lot. Okay, let me bring this up really quick. But that's the only thing, I think, because it pauses. So because it pauses, I would think that somebody could say that was altered. Somebody made the recording that way. Maybe it wasn't sent to my Gmail, huh? Somebody sent it to me. Who sent it to me? I think maybe it was, hold on. Okay, I think this is it. It's not her. She's definitely behind the account in some way, in my opinion. I agree. Several years ago, she said she didn't say y'all, but she clearly added it post Lindsay. Did she say apps or delete the evidence? Did people call it out when it happens? No. I mean, I've never heard it before. She started saying y'all recently and even caught herself in a live saying it and was like, why am I saying y'all? Right. She, like I said, if it's not her, then why is everything so anonymous, in my opinion? And how do you explain that screenshot? How do you explain that she was logged into the nonsense account? Okay, yes, let's just skip over that and continue to deflect and project and all that's the same bullshit that she constantly does, but let's not address that screenshot where it clearly shows that she was logged into that account. That's enough for me. I don't need to see anything else, to be honest with you. And even the Reddit ones where the voice was altered and everything like that, if you really listen closely, it does sound like her, in my opinion. But I just feel like that screenshot showing that she was logged into the account is enough to know that she is at least associated with the account. You know what I mean? Even if it isn't her speaking. That's why I'm convinced the screenshot, right, Starbright? That's how I look at it. That screenshot says it all for me. TSM on the nonsense account uses other words that KJ uses too, which KJ has copied in the last 2 years from other creators. Really? Yeah, Slama Girl always, she knows everything. She's amazing. Make sure you guys follow her Twitter. It's always in my description, you guys, always. Okay, so I'm going to share this and I'll read some of it. Wait a minute, is this it? Hold on. I don't know if this is it. Hold on. Whoops. Wait, who sent this to me? Was it you, Goose? I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Never mind. Sorry. All right, I will share. If nothing to hide, then why hide the voice? You didn't send me the 7M dismissing thing? Then who sent that then? Hold on, you guys. No, I'm not looking at email. I'm looking at my messenger. Okay. So oh really? D. It wasn't the dismissing, Sparkle? No, I think this is it. I want to make sure I don't bring up the wrong thing, that's all. Okay. What sucks is I can't zoom it in. Because it's not on Gmail, but that's okay. I will just read it to you guys. Bear with me here, you guys. Like I said, I'll read a little bit of it because I know that a majority of you guys have seen this already. Yes, thank you for being so respectful, you guys. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys know that. All right. It could be him, but I just know she's affiliated with it. Okay, so the above entitled matter came on for a hearing on defendant's motion to dismiss on May 27th, 2022 before the Honorable, is it Michelle A. Davis, Judge of District Court. Plaintiffs appeared by and through attorney Amber, and defendant appeared and was represented by attorney. The attorneys' names are not necessary. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the matter was heard remotely via Zoom. All parties could hear throughout the proceedings based upon all of the reports, files, and records, hearing arguments of counsel, and after being fully advised, the court makes the following. It is hereby ordered that defendant's motion to dismiss counts 1-X is denied. Number 2, the attached memorandum is incorporated herein and made a part of this order. A copy of this order shall be served upon the parties by e-service and U.S. mail and shall constitute due and proper service upon parties in light of personal service. What is that? That's why I can't stand going on Facebook. You guys. Every time it happens, it takes me somewhere else. I don't know why. I don't even think that was even the beginning of it. Okay. They might not be in order. That's okay. Okay. On March 31st, 2022, plaintiff 7M Films Incorporated and Roberts are a talent management company and its CEO and sole owner, respectively, based in the state of California, commenced this lawsuit against Catherine Paulson and Without a Crystal Ball LLC, a Minnesota resident and Minnesota corporation, respectively. Ms. Paulson runs several social media accounts with substantial reach, numbering, and this is interesting, numbering in the tens or hundreds of thousands of followers and attendant engagement, particularly on Instagram and YouTube. The complaint was amended just days later on April 5th, 2022, adding Miranda and James, husband and wife, and associates of Mr. Shin as plaintiffs. The amended complaint pleads 9 causes of action. The 9th count is mislabeled as count X. The amended complaint skips from count, I don't know, numerals, Roman numerals, sorry you guys. Count V, count X against Ms. Paulson and her LLC, but counts 1 and 2, defamation and defamation per respectively, ultimately underlie the remaining counts. Plaintiffs allege that Ms. Paulson, via her Instagram page and other social medias, defamed plaintiffs by posting the false statements about 7M and associated individuals. Holy crap. Hold on. I just want to make sure that I don't show the wrong one, which I just did. Okay. Plaintiff's business is the field of social media communications and marketing, as well as brokering deals between performers, particularly dancers, and commercial venues. Defendant in her social media posts, as listed by plaintiffs, claims that plaintiffs, in addition to their commercial ventures, are involved with Shekinah which plaintiffs claim that defendant characterizes as a cult. Plaintiffs claim that defendant has acquired and published court documents from litigation involving plaintiffs and which were subject to a protective order, as well as the defendants claim that plaintiffs engage in criminal conduct, including I'm not going to repeat that, waterboarding and kidnap. She said that? Wait a minute. She accused them of that? Wow, you learn something new every day. I mean, I didn't know. I knew she defamed them, but I didn't know like the specifics on it. She accused them of all of that? The fuck? Wow. I'd be mad too. Plaintiff's other claims are rooted in the same allegedly defamatory conduct by defendant, but are pled as tortious interference with contracts, intentional interference with prospective advantage, deceptive trade practices, negligence, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Defendants have not yet filed an answer. Defendants now bring a motion to dismiss pursuant into the Minnesota, arguing that the complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Plaintiffs filed a responsive memorandum, and defendants likewise filed a reply memorandum. Wow. And holy crap. How could she just say that? Holy crap. Okay. Hold on. Let me stop this for a second because I just don't want it to share anything that it's not supposed to. I just want to make sure that I'm on the right page here. There we go. Okay. Okay. A motion to dismiss inquires of the legal sufficiency of complaint. Wiseman and Lerman. The only question before the court on a Rule 12.02 motion is whether the complaint sets forth a legally sufficient claim for relief. Martins versus Minnesota. The court does not consider whether plaintiff can prove the facts alleged. The court must consider only the facts alleged in the complaint, accepting those facts as true and most construe all reasonable. And then it continues. Like, I would be very upset. I know, but grouchy mama bear, I didn't know she said all that. Because remember, I stopped. I had to take a break from her for a while. So I didn't know she said all that. And I guess it's kind of a reality check when it's right in front of your face, if that makes sense. Y'all know what I mean. I guess it's crazy when you see it on court documents and it's said out loud. I'm not going to share this. I'm just going to read it. Okay, so it says, interferences in favor of the non-moving party, and it's Buddha versus Lakeville, under Rule 12.02. If matters outside the pleading are presented to and not excluded by the court, the motion must be treated as one for summary judgment and disposed of as provided in Rule 56, Minnesota Civil 12.02. In this matter, neither party submitted affidavits presenting matters outside of the proceedings, and so Rule 12.02 does not apply. When determining a motion to dismiss, the court takes the facts alleged in the complaint as true. A claim is sufficient against a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim if it is possible on any evidence which might be produced consistent with pleader's theory to grant the relief demanded. The relief demanded, I'm sorry, not of. To prove a claim for defamation, the plaintiff must prove the statement was false, 2, it was communicated to someone other than the plaintiff, and 3, it tended to harm the plaintiff and lower him or her in the estimation of the community. When plaintiffs alleging libel or defamation are public figures, heightened standards apply in order for conduct to be considered defamatory. That makes sense. A public figure is one whose views and actions with respect to public issues and events are often of as much concern to the citizen as the attitudes and behavior of public officials with respect to the same issues and events. Individuals may become public figures through no purposeful action of their own by assuming souls of especial prominence in the affairs of society, or by thrusting themselves to the forefront of particular public controversies in order to influence the resolution of the issues involved. Wow. Okay, so basically, what they're basically saying is legally, they're explaining that we as public figures, we have a responsibility and we have to be careful with the things that we say and what we don't say. And it's a very, very tricky thing when you are a public figure and someone is defaming you. It is hard to prove, but I don't see how it would be hard to prove in Katie, because Katie is so vocal and so public, obviously, with the things that she says. So 7M, I would think, has to prove that the things that Katie is saying is defamatory. Katie has to prove that the things that she's saying is true, that it's not defamatory, right? But obviously those things aren't true and she wouldn't have any proof of that. So hopefully they continue on with everything that they have to do, which I read that both parties didn't turn in affidavits or something. I hope 7M continues to follow through, just my opinion, because they definitely have a case here for sure. I mean, she definitely defamed them, right? Okay. Minnesota courts have adopted the New York Times standard. In order for a public figure to prevail in defamation action, they must also show actual malice, which is that the alleged lie was a knowing one or uttered in reckless disregard of the truth. Furthermore, journalistic outlets have qualified privilege against claims of defamation if they publish fair and accurate reports of public records. Okay, so to me, that just says what I just said. Like, they have to prove that the things that she was saying is false. She has to prove the things that she was saying is true. It's not defamation if it's true, right? But in the same sense, how would she be able to prove that? You know? And did it affect their business because of the things that she said? Just by them reading how many followers Katie has on Instagram and YouTube shows how clearly how defamation works and how you cannot just go around saying anything about somebody and think that there's no consequences for it. Thank you, Angels Among Us, for being here. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Okay. Wait, let me make sure I'm reading the right one. Okay. The question of whether a statement's language reasonably conveys a defamatory meaning is one of the law for the court to decide. This gatekeeper function has long been recognized at common law in this state. Whether defamatory meaning is conveyed depends upon how an ordinary person understands the language used in the light of surrounding circumstances. If the words are capable of defamatory meaning, it is for the jury to decide whether they were, in fact, so understood. Discussion. The case before the court turns on whether the allegations in the amended complaint, taken alone and assumed to be true, form a legally cognizable claim for relief. While defendants provide an admirable summary of Minnesota and United States law concerning defamation involving public figures and argues the plaintiffs will be unable to prove that defamation acted with actual malice, those issues are not properly before the court in the present procedural posture. Assuming argumento that all plaintiffs are public figures and thus subject to the actual malice standard, plaintiff's amended complaint pleads actual malice. See amended complaint. Docket number 4. Whether they are able to prove that defendants acted with actual malice is another matter, which is not before the court presently because defendant's motion is one to dismiss pursuant to Minnesota, and no information outside amended complaint has been submitted to the court. Minnesota is a notice pleading state, which requires only that the plaintiff include information sufficient to fairly notify the opposing party of the claim against it. A pleading in defamation case requires that the defamatory matter be set out verbatim, without setting forth the published words which are allegedly defamatory. The court has no means of ascertaining their actionable quality, sorry, this is small. When a newspaper article is allegedly defamatory, a plaintiff still needs to set out the portion of the article as contains the defamatory material. In their complaint, plaintiffs set out a great detail, the statements with dates, web links, and either quotes from defendants or apparently summaries of posts contained in table stretching from page 4 to 12. See amended complaint. And at least 2 of the entries in that table dated April 1st, 2020 and April 2nd, 2022, and located on pages 10, 11, 11 respectively, plaintiffs appear to quote verbatim defendants making public statements on social media accusing plaintiffs of engaging in human, you guys know the rest, exercising its gatekeeper function. The court finds that at least those statements convey a meaning which is reasonably defamatory. Accordingly, because plaintiffs have properly alleged facts that, if proven at trial, would entitle them to relief, and with the parties apparently in agreement that the claim of defamation is dispositive to the other counts in the amended complaint, defendant's motion to dismiss must be denied. And it says upcoming hearings here, and I will share this. Sorry, I will share this right now. But wow, that's crazy. So here's the upcoming hearings. That's early, but I'm going to try to get up and cover it. Wow. Yeah, they definitely have a case. I mean, I stopped watching Without a Crystal Ball. Like after the whole Tati thing, and once that everything was dismissed, and when the whole Nat thing started, you know, when it was just like that going back and forth with Nat and all of that stuff, I had to take a break. I had to take a mental break, and I took about almost a year because it was just I needed a break. So from that time period until like a couple months ago, I knew she was getting in lawsuits, but I had no idea the magnitude of the things that she said about 7M. So I can understand now why they would do what they're doing. Okay. And it also makes me think of Miss Letitia. I'll tell you why. Because Ms. Letitia is not a public figure. Ms. Letitia is literally just somebody who was going through a hard time, wanted to see her child, and literally some Facebook groups were created on her behalf to help her to get to see her child. And she literally didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. And then you have people who have been harassing her, and there are still people that are still talking about her, still accusing her of fraud, and accusing the people surrounded around her as frauds, and inciting hate, inciting people to ask for their money back, all of those types of things. So I think that it is just looking at that case and reading the court filings and everything like that. In my opinion, Ms. Letitia does have a case, because we don't know what people go through behind closed doors, and we don't know the magnitude of what Ms. Letitia suffered behind closed doors because of KJ's actions and the things that she was doing. How can you actually blatantly sit there and say that you haven't done anything to Ms. Letitia, KJ? You've done it all to Ms. Letitia ever since the day she respectfully parted ways. So no, you may not have spoken to her for a month, but for this past month, you have been perpetuating all of these false narratives. You accused her of fraud with no proof. From the moment you publicly announced that you asked for a refund, it kind of was a dog whistle for your supporters to ask for refunds. You don't know the hell that you put this woman through. And now you want to backtrack because you know you've done some damage. You've done some damage. And this doesn't fall, well, you can try, but this all started with you, Katie. This didn't start with anybody else but you. So therefore, there is some accountability that needs to be taken on her part. She caused it all, but yet she's the victim. She hasn't talked to Miss Letitia for a month. Who is she? She's innocent. She hasn't done anything, right? When I read that, it just makes me think of Miss Letitia and the things that she probably suffered with behind closed doors. And it's sad. It's really sad. What damages are they seeking? KJ stands to lose it all depending on the amount they are rewarded if they prevail. Insert here, me rubbing hands together in a giddy anticipation. Miss Letitia hasn't hurt anyone. I worry about Miss Letitia's mental health because of this. Me too. Me too, Brandy. Me too. She definitely has a case. KJ has gone above and beyond to destroy Letitia and her family. Thank you. I'm glad you guys see that. Like she's done a lot. And, you know, I don't speak to Miss Letitia. She's been in here and I'm very grateful anytime she comes in here. But the point is of me talking about this since the beginning is just to bring awareness to how toxic KJ is. It's almost as if she couldn't control herself. Like she couldn't stop herself from talking about it. She couldn't stop herself from literally trying to tear this woman down. And the way that she acted specifically towards Miss Letitia and her family, I feel like the way that she went so hard at them is so different to me than the way she goes hard at other people. You know what I mean? And to talk about the GoFundMe, to talk about all of these things, I just feel like Miss Letitia does have a case if she wanted to do something. That's just my opinion. Because you cannot, I feel like because Miss Letitia is not a public figure, it makes it worse because she didn't ask for people to create groups for her. They were just created for her. And with nothing but a good intent to help her. And then now you see all kinds of screenshots of private messages and Miss Letitia's private messages, Miss Wynette's private messages. I just feel like she has violated this woman. She really has. And her family. And Miss Wynette, Marvin Sr., she has violated them in every way. And like I said, because they're not public figures, it's definitely something to look at and be like, you know, you got a case, girl. You got a case, Miss Letitia. I'm just saying. I swear KJ got off on hurting Miss Letitia, right, Brandy? Teaya, she can't. She gets off on hurting people. You can see it in her eyes. She gets right. I know. But it's just, I'm just saying that you cannot act like this and think that there's no consequences. Eventually, you are going to suffer the consequences for the things that you do. You cannot go around hurting people and think that it's okay. And like I said, I just think that because Miss Letitia is not a public figure, it makes what KJ did even worse. When you're a public figure, these types of things happen. People are going to talk about you. You know, I'm all for constructive criticism. Like, I don't care, you know. But in the same sense, when you're defaming somebody and you are accusing them of fraud and all of these types of things, that's when it's a problem. You cannot do that. And I've said that from the beginning. It doesn't matter if I liked Molly, if I didn't like Molly, if I liked Justin, if I didn't like Justin, even if I liked Miss Letitia. You have to call a spade, and you have to call things for how you see it. And no matter how you look at this, KJ is wrong. She was wrong. She is wrong. And now you have the nonsense channel that she's posting and sharing their stuff. She's not posting things for herself. You can't undo what you did, though. You can't undo it. just because now you may not be posting as much or going live as much, sticking shit to the wall to see whatever sticks. You may not be doing that now, but guess what? You still did. Okay? You still did. And you can't undo it. And I think it's great that Molly is talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's awesome. KJ has no integrity, zero, none. KJ and Uni have been saying Mrs. Letitia, Molly, and Justin are scamming people. Well, what's taking them so long to show? Exactly. And it's like, you have to show proof when you say that, or you're literally slandering a person, you know. And when you accuse somebody of something as big as fraud with no proof, they have shown no proof, but then you're asking Ms. Letitia to show proof and for Molly to show proof. No, you're the one who's accusing them of it, so you show the proof. And if you have no proof, then it makes what you're saying a lie. Okay? That's what it makes what you're saying. A false allegation. Reporting her doesn't work. The law has to. In my opinion, if a class action is taken, maybe unless 7M can completely stop her permanently on all channels. Maybe, because they definitely have a case, that's for sure. So I'm going to read you guys some of the comments before we wrap this up, but I wanted to read some comments to you. So I don't know if they're deleted, because we all know how She Dirty deletes, right? So they may be deleted. I'm going to look them up real quick and see. They may still be there. I'm not sure. But they were sent to me just in case. So thank you so much for everyone who sends me emails. And I will check them all. I will respond to them all. It just takes me a little time, that's all. But I appreciate every single one of you for staying on top of things and just being amazing. Hold on, let me see if this is one right here. Okay, found them. Okay, so these are actually from the Chrisley lawsuit. So not the 7Ms. You probably can't even talk about that, but why not show them, right? Oops. Let's show. Hold on. Did she comment on any of these? Oh, these are just comments from people who are, oh, this is interesting. Oh, these are comments from people who are her supporters. Okay. Why not? Let's share it. Let's see what other people have to say. Okay. This is just about the Chrisley lawsuit. And it says, one person says, geez, steady. I'm so horrible with Gmail, you guys. I'm so horrible with sharing things. Can you guys see that? Hold on. If you're always getting sued, then maybe you shouldn't do this type of page anymore. Is it really worth it? Since her cases are moving forward and not getting dismissed like she wants, maybe we should start a wine fund. Maybe we should start a wine fund because there will be a lot of drinking as a class as the cases move forward and she's held responsible. Of course, he is deflecting his real issues, which includes going to federal prison and probably his daughter never speaking to him again. So it's not okay to report on his show or his life. However, he put his life on reality TV for the world to see. Oh, but no. I am Todd and I will just be petty enough to sue a YouTuber influencer. Todd, get in the actual reality and who cares if anyone, and then it continues probably. Let me zoom this in. Some folks just have too much time on their hands. You bored folks need to come to my house. We have plenty to keep you occupied. Get a life, do something positive. This is all nonsense. The allegations, you two are the same, to clarify. Inadvertent double extender. I agree. It is all 100% Katie Joy free nonsense. Back in the 70s, there was a TV show called To Tell the Truth. The catchphrase was, will the real nonsense please stand up? There was also the Liars Club. I miss those old shows. Who the hell? I never heard of a show like that. Have you guys ever heard of a show like that? Because I haven't. Okay, let's continue. And this is just her talking about the Todd Chrisley lawsuit, and it's going to be dismissed, and she's going to win the case. Or it's going to be dismissed. I think when you shared private messages that you crossed every line, it says a lot when so many creators talk about your behavior, and I get it. There are haters out there. Sometimes we need to look in the mirror and evaluate if you are the problem. Round of applause for this commenter. I'm not going to say their names because it's pointless, but and another commenter says, I love you both. And then this one says, no idea why people think you are. I'm on that page and chatted with them. The difference in communication styles is obvious. We follow you because you tell all sides of every story and stay neutral. People just mad because you got the receipts and you do a better job. To the shits that want to be defended, irrelevant, BS, go elsewhere. Todd Chrisley on Twitter. Delusional is a state of mind, not a ruling of court. My suit against the fake reporter is alive and well. Judge tossed her harassment claims, and 7M is full steam ahead. She has reached no settlement with me at all, other than an email begging for no further litigation. She's a liar. I'm inclined to believe him after listening in on the hearing yesterday and seeing the paperwork on MCRO. Really, that's not what Todd is posting, according to him. The lawsuit is still alive and well. Based on your likes, see more Todd Chrisley. Todd Chrisley. Delusion is a state of mind. Oh my gosh. In fact, there is more explaining what was settled, and it only pertains to the host of the podcast. It has nothing really to do with the part of the lawsuit against Todd Chrisley. Come on, without a crystal ball, tell your minions the truth. Update. God, people just don't like her. In fact, here's some more explaining what was settled and only pertains to the host of the podcast. It has nothing really to do with the part of the lawsuit against Todd Chrisley. Come on, without a crystal ball. Oh, never mind. I read that. Okay. You guys. Okay. So here's the truth about the Todd Chrisley thing. And I'll tell you guys my opinion about this, and then you guys can tell your opinions. He is going to prison. And I can't believe that he embezzled all of that money. Like, I don't understand why he would do that. I always thought that he was a man of wealth, but now I guess we all know why he was a man of wealth, right? It's really, really sad in a lot of ways because I know that he has, children and he takes care of his granddaughter. I used to watch him all the time. Me and my mom used to watch him. My mom used to actually love Todd Chrisley. She loved watching him when he had that show on Lifetime. But because he is going to prison, I don't know how far, like, I don't know what he could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can let it just drag through or whatever, and maybe her just blow through some money with, going back and forth with her. But I just don't know how far that lawsuit would go because he's going to prison, right? Did you, Brandy? I loved that show. I really did. And I liked Todd Chrisley. I used to. I definitely look at him sideways now for doing all that horrible stuff, like embezzling that much money and his wife doing it as well. Like, that's just horrible. But the point is that it sucks because obviously I would think that he has the case as well. I've heard some of the things that Katie has said about him, but I just don't think anything's going to happen with it. So what do you guys think? I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I could be wrong. I'm not like really educated when it comes to court and all that kind of stuff. And I know he's going to prison in October, right? So you guys can let me know what you think. Why is that backdrop? That one's a little bit smaller, I think. Okay, let's read some comments here. Insurance doesn't cover intentional acts. I bet her insurance will laugh and give her the finger. Appeals will delay it. I think that it's going to be like the Housewives, husband and wife, Joe and Teresa Judas. Maybe 6 months each and they take turns, or maybe house arrest instead of a huge fine. Maybe. Real reason she doesn't go outside during the day. KJ throws that out on a daily that he is going to prison. I know she does. And that's the thing. That is my only concern. Like, and if you guys know, say it in the comments below. Educate me. If he's going to prison in October, how far could this case go? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that I'm looking at it. Like the 7M case, I could see that going all the way. Like, and I see them winning. That's just my opinion. To say all of those horrible things about a company and not have anything to back it up, it's disgusting. And I see them winning that case. But as far as Todd Chrisley, I just wonder how far it's going to go because he's going to prison in October. He can still go to court if he's in prison. Oh, I think it will be longer than 6 months, unfortunately, for them. I'm a vampire. I hate going out in the day. Me too sometimes. I have to because I have kids, but I get what you're saying. Her bed makes me itch. Inmate or not, he still has the right to all and any legal services. Like I said, I'm ignorant when it comes to these types of things. That's why I'm asking you guys. So he can still go to court in prison. Him going to jail does nothing to stop the case against KJ. Well, obviously, she thinks it does. He said he's going to nail her. He tried to get all victims in a class action. I wonder what happened with that. That would have been awesome. She's so evil because she has no love in her heart to give. Complete and utter misery. It oozes out of her. It does. She just has a bad vibe about her. Like, I get nothing but evil vibes from her. I don't understand why she keeps talking him. You would think her lawyer would tell her not to slander his name still. That's what I'm saying. You would think that her attorney would advise her not to do the things that she's doing now and not to make defamatory comments about someone who's not even a public figure. You would think her attorney would tell her, lay low. These things can be used against her. You would think her attorney would say, lay low, leave people alone, quit talking about people, be careful what you say. But that's not what she's doing. You know what I mean? She still continues to do the same thing. Yes, she really does. It just oozes out of every pore. Her eyes are black. They are. Like, when I first watched KJ, I'll never forget. I think this was around the time that something was going on with her. And I'm going to do a video about that very soon. KJ and all the creators that she has tortured, in my opinion, or lied on, harassed, bullied, whatever. But I think it was her and Sherelle. And when I was watching her, it was on, like her coverage with Teen Mom. And I liked her coverage of Teen Mom. And then the whole Micah Stauffer thing happened. And I started seeing how she just the way she handled that whole thing, the things that she was saying, the way she was talking about the whole thing was just disgusting. So that just said, deuces. I'm like, deuces, bye, girl. You are a mess. And then I started watching her more and more, but obviously, I don't want to say hate watching, but dislike watching. And then when she did that to Shane Dawson, and she had probably thousands of people call the LA Police Department to ask if Shane Dawson was being investigated, she threw Saunders Kennedy under the bus. She threw Saunders Kennedy under the bus and said that Shane Dawson was being investigated. A whole bunch of people called the police department. It was a mess. And then what did she do? Okay. The Nonsense Channel, Unirock, you need to take these types of things as an example. With Saunders Kennedy, what do you think she did to Saunders Kennedy? When people started calling her out for telling everyone that Shane Dawson was being investigated, and everybody called that police department, what do you think happened? She threw him under the bus, and she's gonna do it to you, Unirock. But you should know this, Unirock. You should know this. It's not as if you don't know her and what she's capable of, right? It was a mess. And then I remember that the whole Tati thing started. And that's when everybody started going in an uproar, because at that time, people really started to see her for who she truly was. And they're like, she is horrible. She's evil. And then all the things that she said about Tati, the things she said about Sherelle, the things she said about LB. And then when the whole Tati thing happened, everything just took off from there. I could not stand her. And then I remember, what is this lady's name? T Detox? T Detox was doing videos about KJ, right? But yet she was KJ's mod. I remember that, and it was so crazy because she was KJ's mod, but then she was doing commentary videos against KJ. She never showed her face or anything, and then she ended up getting busted. And I was so mad at T Detox for doing that, because it literally gave KJ a reason to play a victim. And that's what KJ did. She soaked it up. She played a victim. She's like, oh, T Detox, you violated me and you were my mod, and all that stuff happened. It was just everything. She's a walking, talking disaster, you guys. And it doesn't have to be that way for her. Okay. It just doesn't. She is an intelligent woman. Whatever, kind of. She could have done so much better for herself, and she just she's just a delusional person. And yeah, she's evil. Like, every time I look at her, and I'm still going to be doing this video where she was doing commentary on a video of this Christian woman doing her makeup. And the things that she was saying about this woman was disgusting. Like, I will find that video, because the things that she was saying made me cringe. The horrible things that she was saying about this woman. And the only reason why she was judging this woman was because this woman was a Christian. And just talking about the way she's doing her makeup, saying where she's supposed to be putting her makeup at, and like she's this big time makeup artist or something. And it was funny to me when she talked about Tati and Tati's makeup. I'm like, girl, bye. Like, you couldn't hold a candle to Tati. You know, it's just I feel like she hates women. She's just not a good person. There's no way around it, you know? Even when she started talking about this story, I'm like, okay, let's look at the good side of this. She's talking about this story. It's going to get more exposure. But then, for real, the best mama bear, she's talking about this story. It's going to get more exposure. Then you see, without a crystal ball, watermarks the damn police report. I'm like, oh my Lord Jesus. Her talking about this story is gonna be a mess. That was the first warning to everyone. So it's like, her history is just, is this the way that you want people to look at you? If you changed your ways, people wouldn't talk about you like they do. People wouldn't be so opinionated about you if you changed your ways and you acted like a decent person, you know, common decency. And it's just something that Katie lacks. It's one of the many things that Katie lacks. Deb, I went in the chat and watched. Had to sit on my hands. Oh my God, KJ and Michelle. I cannot remember who the woman was. Another one, a faithful person KJ goes after. She's going against believers. It seems as though that's who she goes for. People who are very, very strong in their beliefs. Don't forget about the mom in her chat. Yes, I'll never forget that. Who was talking about losing her son, and Katie got mad at everyone was talking to the mom in the chat and not listening to her. And everyone in the chat, all they were trying to do was console this woman, because that was the topic of the conversation. That's what they were all talking about. And, you know, like I said in the video when I talked about that, KJ lost, you know, KJ didn't lose her child, but this woman did. So there were just people in the comment section consoling her, making her feel, you know, better. They were all supposed to be consoling each other. It could have been a really great moment, even for KJ, but KJ had to make it all about herself, forget about her subscribers, forget about the people who support her. You know, she's talking and everybody's supposed to shut up and not talk about anything except for her. It's just ridiculous. Disgusting. Teaya, and then she set up her own Cash App in the guise of the children, and her sub said something wasn't working. Then she calls out Letitia for a fraud. It make sense. Amen. You are absolutely right. I still question that whole thing, because it's like, if you think about it, and all the narratives that she's changed, you guys, like, first the narrative was, we need to get the kids away from Dre. We need to get the kids out of Dre's home. I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to go over all of the false narratives that she has tried to perpetuate. First it was, we got to get the kids in a safe place. I'm worried about the kids. She's talking to Dre's ex-husband. Well, not Dre's ex-husband, a friend of Dre's ex-husband, whatever. I still think it was the wife, but that's just my opinion. And then after that didn't work, she puts out a Cash App. Then she closes the Cash App. And then the next narrative that she goes with is that it could be Vaughn's fault, and Vaughn is not the victim here. And we've heard Vaughn yelling and screaming at Dre, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then she goes to the next narrative, and then it's talking about Molly. And this is all Ms. Letitia's fault. And Ms. Letitia is a fraud. And well, she's been saying Ms. Letitia was a fraud from the beginning, but she started going a lot harder after the second narrative didn't work. It was a nonstop thing, and now, as you can see her pattern, she slowed down. She stopped talking about them as much, right? Now she's just sharing things that the nonsense channel puts out there. Okay, somebody sent me another recording. I'm going to listen to it real quick before I play it. Okay, I will play that in a minute. But yeah, then it was just basically perpetuating all these false narratives and going hard at Ms. Letitia. And I feel so bad for her because still to this day, people are calling her a fraud simply because this is just what KJ chose to do, because Ms. Letitia just respectfully parted ways. And that's why I started speaking up about it, because I felt bad, and I still feel bad. I don't feel that Ms. Letitia or her family deserve this. She's done it all. And then you have the audacity to try to plead for Dre or her admins to get a hold of her to tie some loose ends in the story. The desperation is real. The projection is real. The deflection is real. The lying is real. Everything about her, I cannot stand the woman. I'm sorry. I've tried so hard to give that woman the benefit of the doubt. I've tried so hard. I don't speak of her of her looks. You don't have to speak of her looks. There's just so many other things to talk about besides her looks. I've tried to look at things even from her perspective. And no matter how I try to look at things, it always goes back to, no, KJ is just an evil person. You can't look at things from an evil person's perspective. You want to know why? Because you're not evil. So you can't look at a person and see things their way when they're just an evil person. You know what I mean? If you are a good person, you're never going to be able to see the way that person sees. You're never going to be able to sit here and figure out why KJ acts the way she does, why she does the things that she does. Only a certified counselor or medical professional can figure that out, okay? We can't. All we can do is speculate and say that you had the opportunity to offer so much more to your platform than what you're doing, and you chose to choose the way of being deceitful, lying, walking all over people, bullying people, harassing people, slandering people, all of these types of things. You chose that path, and eventually the path that you chose has consequences. No matter what happens with 7M, Todd Chrisley, or whatever future lawsuit she has, there is consequences to your actions. And just because you don't believe in God doesn't make karma any less real. Okay? It doesn't. Karma is real. And you can't stop karma. No matter what, you cannot stop karma. And I have said this multiple times, and I will continue to say it. I don't believe that Katie is an atheist. I believe she practices something. Okay? That's just my opinion. Something evil. Again, my opinion. Okay, let me play this recording really quickly. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay. Let me bring this closer here.
Hey y'all, it's Friday and I didn't forget, did you? We are due for a Friday Fright. And if you're new here, a Friday Fright is screenshots that I drop in a video of people's own statements or words that they have said in this case that should come back to haunt them. But in most of the cases, they just spin the circle even more. And yes, this is just 3 simple screenshots of a conversation that took place between Letitia and the admins of the Exposing Dre McRae and Justice for Vaughn groups. However, the screenshots are about Katie of Without a Crystal Ball. A lot of people have gone around saying that Katie has harassed the family or that the family was feeling pressure by her, yet you will see for yourself that there was more going on behind the scenes than we were all being told by these creators. Even Katie herself, I don't think, knows about this conversation yet. Letitia starts off by asking, did she put anything else out? Tony says, yes, she just messaged me that she put something else out about their marriage license. I haven't seen it. Letitia responds and says, that didn't come from me. I haven't said much. He continues, also that we're doing everything to get you to the goal. We're coming up with ideas and what we can do in case we need it. The first thing is to reach out to everyone that has put the story out and maybe they can use their platform to spread the word. And then fast forward to Tony says, I will start typing it up and let you approve it. Letitia says, we do know that that's a problem in my opinion. That's just me. Thanks for.
I don't hear any slip up here. This is supposed to be the nonsense channel. I don't hear any slip up at all. Oh, thank you, Kay McDutch Master. I like your name. I don't hear any slip ups here.
And told you people who have you approve it. But Letitia replies, still has, and her it looks to me and says, that didn't come from me. I haven't said, she says, yes, they've done. Well, we on YouTube creator, tell me what you guys think. I don't understand why a family would.
I don't really hear any slip ups. Hi. This one even reads like KJ. Yeah, I think it's KJ. The way she says about Friday thing, it's exactly how Katie says it. Okay, hold on. I'll play that part. Llama Girl says, you know that Todd wears a robe with a hood and chants and scares the neighbors. He has all sorts of skulls, etc., like a sacrificial shrine. Really? Is that on your Twitter, Llama Girl? Giving KJ vibes to me. I agree. I think it is her. Like, no matter what, there is no way around it. That screenshot. How do you explain that if it's not her? You know what I mean? She likes to say, I don't understand a lot. She does. I have a clip. Hold on. I'm lost here. Where'd that go? Oh. Deb says, I have a clip that has the real voice that I sent to Steve. Isn't in it. Yeah, I played that one. And it was like a slip up. It like paused and then it went to KJ's voice. I love to be a fly on the wall in their house. It isn't her voice. Yeah, it sounded like her, but then it did sound like her. It was really weird. Yes, if I remember correctly, I had a brain aneurysm ruptured and 3 brain surgeries. Oh, you did, Skull? You had an aneurysm ruptured and 3 brain injuries. Wow, and you made it through all of that. That's amazing. That is a blessing. You're very strong. He has a video where he is wearing it. I will send it to you. Please send it to me. Don't you think that KJ and Todd are trolling everyone? Well, there was one night where when I was live, it's something that never happened to me before. My screen just stopped. And then, you know how, for those that have StreamYard, if you've ever been on StreamYard before, you can go backstage. Anyways, there were 2 of me. I could not kick the other person off. It was just the weirdest thing ever. Like, my live was completely messed up. It ended up sharing my home screen, which was weird because I wasn't even sharing my screen. So it was just kind of a weird situation. So I don't know if they are, but I wouldn't put it past them. Anyone remember his music channel name? I remember hearing that he did have a music channel, yes, but I don't remember the name. But I remember him having a channel. Who is she fooling, dude? That's so her. I definitely do not say the words she says or the way that she says it. Only she has that style of speech. Am I right? I agree, Jay Rollins. I agree. And I'm just saying I know because of the screenshot. The screenshot said it all to me. I'm like, okay, how is this not your account, but you're logged in? You know, and of course she keeps denying it, but then you will address everything else, okay? But you won't address those screenshots of a now deleted post where you were caught logged in under that account on your Without a Crystal Ball Facebook page, but talking under the nonsense channel. So if you can respond to everything else, why can't you respond to that? You're deflecting. Okay? You're trying to pretend as though it didn't happen because there is no excuse. You can't deny it. So of course you deflect, okay, and talk about this over there, look over there, but don't look here because here is the truth and over there is a lie and it's a deflection and I want you to look over there. I don't want you to look here. That's what it is. She don't want to get caught up on some more. Exactly, Sparkle. So basically that's what it is. If you can't even address those, and I would say, okay, maybe she doesn't see my channel, but then one day I ran onto Molly's channel and she was playing that exact time when I showed those screenshots. So we all know she's watching Molly, okay? Molly. She wants to be left alone, but it's okay for her to have Molly on every freaking Facebook post, okay? Talking about Molly, her channel, how much money she's making, all of those types of things. But Molly can't talk about her. Molly hasn't even addressed her. She just started to now. And she showed those screenshots. I know you've seen them, but yet here you are deflecting. Hey, look over there. Don't look at those screenshots. You don't want to address them because it's the damn truth. If it wasn't the truth, don't you think she would have proven that by now? Don't you think she would have shown and said, oh, look, this is a screenshot. That's not true. She's not going to because she knows. Okay, so if KJ won't answer, why don't we ask nonsense why she replied to a post to Katie? Somebody did, and she deleted the post. Hi, firefighter and medic. It's good to see you. Yep, Molly. I agree. Koala lover. Yes, thank you, God. I am here. This is very true for everyone. I am glad you are able to appreciate each day that you are here still to enjoy them. Blessed and highly favored you are. Absolutely. That you're very strong to have endured all of those things and overcame all of those things. That's amazing. That's what she tagged him as far the anniversary post tonight was on our guitars. His channel is on YouTube or Facebook. I think his channel is on YouTube. How do you know for sure it isn't KJ? Did somebody ask that? Everything I say obviously is alleged. Like I can't say 100%, but in my opinion, it's her. Like you couldn't tell me otherwise. Once I seen those screenshots, it was a wrap for me. And especially because she's deflecting. They're not even acknowledging those screenshots. And there's a reason for that. Pay attention to the people that always, whenever you confront them, they tell you to look over there. Whenever you confront them about something, a classic narcissist move, whenever you deflect or whenever you say, hey, I wanted to talk to you about this, they start talking about something completely different. Okay. And then you lose your frame of your thought process. Okay. Your train of thought, you lose it. And then you start talking about what they want you to talk about. Why? Well, that's because that's what they want. They want to deflect. They want you to look over there. But if she can acknowledge everything else, why wouldn't she acknowledge those screenshots? Doesn't make any sense, does it? That's why. She ain't going to acknowledge them because she knows. It's her. Hold on. Someone sent me something interesting. Okay, I will show you guys this because it looks like just her grammar. Okay, her grammar kind of shows that it's her, I think. And I love that people are showing me things to kind of show the proof. Okay. Okay, so this is the nonsense post right here. And as you can see, where the arrows are at, you can look at them and tell that they, and then it's they, right? Okay, let me show you the next one. The harder we demand transparency, the farther they. I'm not even on that Facebook page, but I can imagine the shit that nonsense channel spews. The harder the demand transparency, the further they are reaching. Okay. Which is something right here. Theirs is based off gossip and rumors. Theirs is y'all sending me a ton of stuff about what they are saying and doing. But as I've said on Facebook, please let them continue. They are getting more eyes on. Yeah, I forgot that I needed to read that comment, but I'm not on their page, the nonsense page, because I don't want to hear the bullshit that they spew. Okay, let me zoom this in. Well, this is actually, can I push this over here? These two are lucky. They are cute because they are horribly unproductive as assistants. Yeah, I can see how that could definitely, it's definitely the same like language, the same, grammar, the way that she writes. Yeah. I would say the grammar is very much the same. She does. It's that the word they, it looks like she gets they like there, and they are, where she could be writing there, they, HEY''re. Yeah, I get what you guys are saying. I get it. I got y'all. Yeah, I think it's her. I mean, I don't know how much more proof I could present, right? Like, what more could I say? It's her biggest downfall. She uses them wrong. They're so on. So, right. Thank you so much for sending that to me, too. I appreciate you for sending that to me. It means a lot. In that video I sent, the way she stated the video with the way she says Friday thing, trying to be excited, but she's fake as fuck. It's the same. It's indeed her voice. She should be humiliated, however, weren't surprised. All-time low, KJ. Yeah. How does the voice say about? She says about. She does. She says about. She says a boot. I can't pronounce it like her. For KJ being a reporter, her grammar sucks. I agree. She's not a reporter, which I know you're being sarcastic, but she is far from a reporter. She never said y'all. She saw Emily Baker say it. Somebody said that yesterday too, or the day before yesterday. It's time she eats some humble pie. I agree. She must have watched someone saying y'all. Remember when she started dropping ad hominem because Chelsea said it? Please smash the thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Koala Lover. I appreciate you. It's indeed her voice. She should be humiliated, however, weren't surprised. It's the all-time low. Absolutely. I resent a video. Okay, I will check. His latest album is called Independence to the Beast. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Like I said, I think that she practices something evil. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. It's all alleged, but just the way that she acts, the things that she says, it's just, you can tell there's just something off about her. I don't think that she's just an atheist. I think that there's something deeper that she practices, in my opinion. Witchcraft, maybe, but using it for bad. I don't know. She said y'all tonight on her live. She copied Emily Baker, as she says. She was live? I didn't know that. On Facebook, Llama Girl? Let's take a look at something before we wrap this up, okay? The beautiful Llama Girl on Twitter. She's amazing. Anything that you want to keep up with about Without a Crystal Ball, all you have to do is go to her Twitter. It is always in my description. She's absolutely amazing. And let's just go through some of the Llama Girl and the amazing things that she shows on her Twitter. So This is KJ complaining about the change in Makeup Forever. She gets shitty and rude when people try to help. She claims she's not light. Yes, you are, sweetheart.
Yeah, so they changed the formulas, and I had this little card, and it said, okay, if you're wearing this, this is the dupe. Look at how different they are. Definitely not the dupe. This is like a lot lighter and more yellow. Well, I'm not going to return it because I'm half the way in, so I'll just have to figure it out. No, my concealer is way darker. No, the dark one is what I want. This is my perfect shade. So this is the color that I wear. I've worn this for color for years. It's literally, it looks darker than it is, but when you put this on my skin, you can't even tell. Like, you don't see it on my neck. You can't tell that there's even a line. Yeah, I know. Like, I know they have pigments you can do matches with. No, it's fine. You guys, it's fine. It's fine. Literally, it's fine. I don't need an answer.
She is the most ignorant, rude, condescending, manipulative person. Okay? She really is. First of all, sweetheart, you don't know shit about makeup. Okay? I could school you for days about it, okay? For one. And for two, all people are just trying to say is that you can match your makeup, like they match you. If you don't know how to do it, they have people who work at Sephora that know how to do it. Okay? That's what they're saying. Makeup Forever is only at Sephora.
I really don't. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not looking for you guys to fix this for me. I was just sharing with you that they fix it, that it's different. And I definitely don't need an answer on here. I was literally just telling you, like, I went and I bought this, and then the colors were different and they changed. No, I'm not light. No. The shade I've been wearing for years is Makeup Forever R216, R260. Okay. It's like a pink undertone.
Okay, sorry about that. I got lost for a second. First of all, who told you that you're not light? You are more light complected. You're not tan. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I'd share a couple more things. Llama Girl says, these are pictures of Katie yawning, and it says her constant yawning is something else. What she really should do is get offline, spend some time with her family, and get herself together. She can lie and pretend, but all these lawsuits and all the valid criticism is getting to her. Yeah, she does look very tired. I'm not going to lie about that. That's for sure. She looks very tired. Okay, yeah. Let's hear this.
Skin Safe says that it is hypoallergenic, I guess. Skin Safe says that it is hypoallergenic, I guess. I don't know. Skin Safe Products says that. Yes. Beautiful Lectual says that it's hypoallergenic too. I don't know. I have a lot of palettes too. Those are just the ones that I have out right now. Oh, I have super sensitive skin and none of these products bother me. Like, I have really sensitive skin. That's part of the reason I end up buying kind of expensive makeup. Yes, I did spoil myself. All I know is I have very sensitive skins. I have not, has Dre posted? I haven't seen a thing. I don't see anything posted for her. I just went there. I went on to her Slay with Dre page, nothing. And nothing on her other page, so I don't know what we're really talking about here. And nothing here either. So I don't see it. Nothing. I'm looking at the pages and I don't see it, but that's
Just to let you guys know, that's why I put Llama Girl up there. She just retweeted that. That was someone else talking, but I just wanted to let you guys know. However, why does she always look so mad? I mean, obviously I can see the look of evil in her eyes, but she just always looks mad and just frustrated and annoyed, and it almost looks like she has this look in her eyes like, who am I going to terrorize next? It's like, you know, rubbing the hands together like, who am I going to terrorize next here? Let me look on my screen here. Who am I going to start cussing out or yelling at real quick? Like, it's I just it's like, wow, girl, like something ain't right.
her
Okay.
stories. So that's all. I'm looking at her page right now and there's like nothing in her stories. So that's all I'm saying is like, I was looking at her page and there's nothing there. And there's no new posts. So I don't know if she deleted it, maybe. Either way. No, I mean, I don't know any new information. That's really why I haven't really been sharing anything, is because there's nothing to really report. And I don't really feel like the back and forth is like healthy. And someone actually was in my comments and they were just like, well, Katie, stop going back and forth with Molly. I honestly haven't even really been paying attention to Molly this week. I've watched a few things on like Nonsense's channel, but that's it. I haven't really like, I know that she was on her live literally accusing me of crimes and doing all kinds of things. Like, I'm not here to like get into a fight with Molly. I really wish she would stop accusing me falsely of doing things. Like, I have not talked to Letitia since.
And I really wish that you would stop falsely accusing Ms. Letitia of being a fraud, but you still continuously do it in Unirock's chat and through this channel that is allegedly yours. That's what I wish you would stop. You don't like it when the shoe is on the other foot, do you? You don't like it when people are doing that shit to you and accusing you of it because you got enough lawsuits on your hand. Are you ready for another one? I warned you about that before. I told you. I said, are you asking for another lawsuit, Katie? What do you mean going back and forth with Molly? Molly has been ignoring you until now.
July 21st, I believe, is what I said. Is that what it was? It was like a Thursday. Yep. Thursday, July 21st is the last time I talked to Letitia. I know that she and Nonsense have spoken, but I am not Nonsense. Like, I don't have time for that. And it's just it's insane to me, all these creators that are making these videos that I'm Nonsense, or that what Nonsense is doing is somehow connected to me. I don't have anything to do with Nonsense. Like,
You're a liar. Okay? And hopefully you will address the screenshots. Let's see here.
not that I'm saying like I hate Nonsense. I just don't know them. I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are any more than you do. And I just think it's weird that, like, why do people care who this person is? The same people that are yelling about who she is are the same people that would be outraged if you were to dox her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. If someone wants to be anonymous, don't you, like, why are they trying to, like, dox her? So
Let me tell you something, Katie. None of the people that you have doxed deserve to be doxed, but you still doxed them anyway, didn't you? And you are the last person to talk about dox. And let me tell you something else. As far as when it comes to this Nonsense channel, that I think is you, in my opinion. But regardless, when it comes to this Nonsense channel, I don't care if people want to have anonymity here on YouTube. I don't care if they want to remain anonymous. But when they're attacking someone and accusing someone of fraud behind being anonymous, that's what I have a problem with. Because it's easy for you to walk around attacking somebody and calling them a fraud and making these type of accusations behind the avatar when nobody knows who you are. You have doxed so many people, but yet all of a sudden you care about anonymous. You care about Nonsense. You care about this channel. You're sharing this channel. And you think nobody's supposed to look at you sideways? You don't share other creators, Katie. You don't even like other creators shared in your chat. But yet you are so excited to press that button and share the Nonsense channel to continue to perpetuate your agenda. And you're leaving the responsibility on them now. Because you know you done fucked up when it comes to the shit that you have done and said and doxed.
so bad. Well, I mean, she's been doing this nonstop for weeks. Like, I don't know how to say this. Like,
that's another lie. She hasn't been doing it for weeks. Katie's been doing it for weeks. For weeks, it's been Molly, 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 Marsha, 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 Molly, 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 everything Molly did. Okay? Defending everyone that Molly supposedly attacks in Katie's eyes, defending people that don't need defending. Okay? It's been about Molly. You're the one who has consistently talked about Molly for weeks. And now that Molly is biting back, it's, oh my God, like, what is she doing? Like, I haven't even been talking about her. I don't even care about her. Meanwhile, scroll down Katie's Facebook page and see how much she talked about Molly. You're delusional.
any other way.
Whoops. Why do I always do that? Hold on. And another thing, just because you have sensitive skin, it does not mean that you have to buy expensive makeup. Okay? I promise you guys. You can get e.l.f. e.l.f. is hypoallergenic. A lot of makeup products that are not high end are okay to use on sensitive skin, just to let you guys know. She doesn't know what she's talking about, as usual. Okay, we read that one. Oh, CC went live today. Llama Girl says, this is why she ended her IG live abruptly. And it's because CC did a live today. I didn't see it, but I'm sure that's probably why. Llama Girl is usually right about these things. So, okay. Let's watch this one.
No plans for the night. I'm fine. I'm tired. I'm really, really good. I actually just came on here to say hi. I haven't been on my, I haven't been on here in a minute. You're off to your night shift. No plans for the night. No, it's 6:30 here. I won't nap. I'm seem different tonight. Well, I'm tired. Long day outside. It was your anniversary yesterday. Well, happy anniversary. You're going to go to Costco now. Oh, wow. I haven't been to Costco in a long time.
You mean she went outside? Are you freaking serious? She went outside? Okay.
We used to go there all the time, but I haven't been to Costco in a long, long time. You're hoping you don't do, it's National Dog Day. I had no clue. There she is, being our national dog. Oh, what'd you say, Frida? Oh, you love Dexter? Dexter's good. Dexter's a good show, for sure. I love Dexter. There is nothing really new today with the 7M stuff. It's been, the statement was put out earlier this week, and right now just kind of giving people the space they need to sort of deal with getting out, We had a dog named Frida. I love Frida. I love Frida. The Christine stories are amazing, aren't they? It's so good to see Christine out. I'm so happy that she's out. It makes me so, so happy. Oh no, I'm so sorry. She said I had to put my dogs down 2 weeks ago. Do they go? We always call the dogs when they go pass away. They go to the Rainbow Bridge. I'm sorry to hear about your dogs. I don't pay attention to what other YouTubers say about me other than when they lie. So, I don't really care. I gotta go, you guys. Good night. So it was a good day. Umbrella, I know.
Is this the same one? No, she doesn't care. She's rude and ignorant, in my opinion.
Don't get heat stroke. Yeah, I'm okay. No, I'm just tired.
Oh, yeah. That's
Thank
the same
you.
one. You see how Llama Girl has everything that you need to know about KJ? She has 4,000. That's a huge accomplishment. 4,600 on Twitter. That is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations to Llama Girl. I think that's amazing.
right. Well, all right. Well, I hope you guys have a really good day. Person, why am I talking to nonsense? I can show you that, like, this is me talking to nonsense. Like, if I'm the same person, why am I talking to nonsense? Oh, no, not that I know of. I mean, I can't I don't know. Michelle says there's an investigation. If there's an investigation, I don't know about that. Those aren't usually public. There's no criminal charges for anyone at this point. But I've said a million times to not make anyone feel, not to harass them, not to be mean to them. The story, there's nothing new to report.
You see what she just said right there? First of all, why was this live stream deleted, for one? She has, whose birthday is it? I have to scroll up. But why is this live stream deleted, for one? Like, you have all these live streams on your Facebook, but now all of a sudden you're deleting them. And for her to say she's always told, can you guys see the paranoia in her right now? Oh, koala lover, happy birthday. I'll try, Llama Girl, but like I said, I don't know how to work Twitter. I'm horrible at it. Okay. Hold on. Wait a second. I'm just bad at Twitter, you guys. I'm trying to get better at it, but I'm just not good with it. I need to get better at it because I like Twitter. I do, but I suck at it. Okay.
Thing about Netflix, there's no deal that I'm aware of. So that's a rumor.
I suck at Twitter.
That's a rumor. Then well, I don't know anything about Netflix. There's no deal that I'm aware of. So that's a rumor. And I don't know who started that rumor. Oh my goodness, it's already 5:30. It's unfortunate because, like, I don't know if she just wants to try to, like, get my subscribers. I don't really understand. The blouse I'm wearing is super old. It's like 3 years old.
Why does she think somebody's always trying to get her subscribers? Do you not understand nobody gives a fuck about your subscribers, Katie. Nobody cares about that. People just care about the horrible things that you've been doing to people. Okay? Yes, happy birthday, beautiful. I hope you have an amazing day, sweetheart, and thank you so much for being here. Nobody wants your subscribers, Katie. Okay? Get over yourself. That's you and your paranoia, your ignorant paranoia. It's a you problem.
You probably couldn't even find it. I don't even know where about it. But thank you. I'd love a deal with Netflix. I definitely don't have one. I think people just spread things faster than they can even think about it, to be honest. It's just unnecessary. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I got a refund. I don't know what's going on with other people's refunds. I don't know. I can tell you that nothing has been filed in court. Nobody has filed anything. I haven't spoken to anyone involved in this in weeks, other than like a few DMs with like that nonsense account asking, like, she put a bunch of videos out that had screenshots in them, and I just wanted to see the screenshots, so she sent them in a DM to me. But like, just to show you something, like, deleted it, maybe. Either way. No, I mean, I don't know any new information. That's really why I haven't really been sharing anything, is because there's nothing to really report. And I don't really feel like the back and forth is like healthy. And someone actually was in my comments, and they were just like, well, Katie, stop going back and forth with Molly. I honestly haven't even really been paying attention to Molly this week. I've watched a few things on like Nonsense's channel, but that's it. I haven't really like, I know that she was on her live literally accusing me of crimes and doing all kinds of things. Like, I'm not here to like get into a fight with Molly. I really wish she would stop accusing me falsely of doing things. Like, I have not talked to Letitia since July 21st, I believe, is what I said. Is that what it was? It was like a Thursday. Yep. Thursday, July 21st is the last time I talked to Letitia. I know that she and Nonsense have spoken, but I am not Nonsense. Like, I don't have time for that. And it's just it's insane to me, all these creators that are making these videos that I'm Nonsense, or that.
So what happens if it is proven that you are the Nonsense channel, Katie? I'm sure that there's a way that that can be proven, especially if something was to happen, like, you know, if you were to, let's just say, for example, end up in court. So how is it that you can address all kinds of things, but you won't talk about those screenshots that Molly herself showed on her channel? Why won't you address those screenshots? if you're not the nonsense channel, there would be some type of explanation for those screenshots, right? Hold on, let me share my screen real quick.
I don't know. It looks like, I don't know what this is. It's not a feeding tube, I can tell you that much. She doesn't have a date on this, so I don't know if this is actually, and when I go to that page, I don't see it there, so. If it is him, it's literally, there's nothing in her stories here at all. So I don't know where this came from. It says, I moved his head 10 times. He moved his head 10 times like this. That's what it says. If this is him today, he's still in a coma. It just says this. I don't know. I don't know when this was. This is what his face looks like. It's not a feeding tube. It looks old. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it looked old.
I don't know if you guys notice how scared she looks, in my opinion. Now, I haven't been watching Molly that much because I haven't been able to. But what I will say is that she looks like she doesn't even want to talk about the story anymore. But yet, a week ago, that's all she talked about. The week before that, that's all she talked about. A week before that, that's all she talked about. So it's just crazy to me how she just seems like she's not interested in this story anymore after you have done so much damage. You don't get to do all this damage and talk about people and accuse people of fraud and then think you can just walk away squeaky clean. That's not how it works. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Was coming to my desk and I was like, well, I just got some stuff, so. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I actually haven't been paying a ton of attention to that story this week, really. I haven't, if you've gone to my YouTube channel, you notice that I've not talked about it on YouTube and I haven't gone live to really talk about it here. So, and I wasn't. That's an old video. That's an old photo. I think what you just sent me is old.
This palette right here, I'm just scrolling through because I can't work Twitter and it's hard to do it on StreamYard. So this palette right here is a Huda Beauty palette, okay? And I don't know, it's like $75 or something like that. But what Llama Girl is saying here is it says, ew. Let me make sure this is Llama Girl. Okay, this is her. It says, ew, what the hell does she do to these palettes? I have never ever seen a palette look like this. Plus, they are filthy. I'm gonna have to agree. I've never seen a palette look like this before. I've never seen a palette this much dug into or anything. I just haven't. But it is a very, very nice palette. I'm pretty sure that is the shit. I forget the name of it. But it does. Like, I have to agree with Llama Girl here. This palette looks a hot mess. But I just wanted to show you guys some things on Llama Girl's Twitter. I have to figure out how to work it in order because it's different on StreamYard. With my Mac computer, I don't know how to work Twitter that well. So that's why you see me going from one thing to another, because I don't know how to work it, or I'll stop the screen. It's hard for me to do. Yeah, that palette looks a hot mess. It's a nice palette, though. It's a beautiful palette. I don't have that one, but it's just not my type of palette. But I still think it's a nice palette. It just looks like she really dug into that palette. It could be her son getting into it also, maybe, in my opinion. It could be. You're right. It could be her son. I mean, my kid doesn't get into my palettes because he knows better. He knows he would be grounded if he ever got into any of my palettes. But, you know, you never know. Every household is different, and some kids don't know not to touch palettes and stuff. Looks like she's had that palette for 10 years, then gave it to a child to play with. It does, Commander. It does. Ladies, treat your palettes with love. Love them and they will love you back. Thanks for coming to. You're so right, Sparkle. No, he's 10. Yeah, I think her child is 10. Yeah, something is going on with the makeup. Yeah, Katie is not a makeup artist. Wait until I find this video, you guys. I can't wait until I find it for you. And we'll do commentary on it. And it's actually sad because she is so vicious with this lady that it's disgusting. But in the same sense, I think it's important to show Katie and her behavior, how she talks about people, how she bashes people. And she literally bashed this lady to shreds, talking about her makeup, her lifestyle, everything. So hopefully I can find it this week, because if we find it this week, I want to show you guys and we can talk about it. But we've been on here for a while. I want to thank you guys for being here, listening to what I have to say. I appreciate it. I will be back on here tomorrow. Yeah, she is. Yeah, I think she deleted it if you are talking about Joe Rodriguez. She did, but somebody has it, because I think it was maybe Radiant Brit, if I'm not mistaken. It was somebody who did commentary on that video. So it's out there somewhere. But yes, it's Joe Rodriguez. That's who she did the video on. And she may have deleted it, but there's still people out there who've done commentary on it. It was disgusting. I saw that video. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Good night, Care Bear. Molly, Molly, Molly. Yes. But I want to thank you guys for being here. A special shout out to my amazing mods. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, Sparkle, for holding it down. Goose, Llama Girl. Everyone else who was in here. all my mods, and you guys rock. You guys are amazing. Thank you for listening to everything that I had to say. I'll be adding more to the list tomorrow. This was a long live, but I just love spending time with you guys. So we will do this all over again tomorrow. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night / day, wherever you are. If you have anything that you want to send to me, for some reason, it says that my email doesn't work, but my email is always in the description. So if you ever need to email me to send me any kind of info, anything like that, you're more than welcome to, and I will check it whenever I can. Thank you to those who have sent me emails. Thank you to, I think we got one new member. Thank you guys. I love y'all. I will see you tomorrow. And remember how beautiful you are. Take care, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. I love you guys so much. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you haven't already, press the thumbs up button. Don't forget, or thumbs down, whatever. It's all interaction, baby. Love y'all. Deuces.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold, behold.